Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. And this is just my reaction to the Leon Bailey interview. And there's some key points I want to touch on. I have a lot of means. This might be a longer video than I actually want it to be. And maybe somewhere in the video, maybe someone probably just get vexed and cut it off. For one, let me be honest. I am not pleased with the interview. One, some of the things that have been said in the interview, that's one. Two, the timing of the interview. No, let me first highlight the timing of the interview. Let me first highlight the timing of the interview. No, a lot have been said in the interview. Fine, no problem. But before one of the Reggae Boyz' biggest game in possible like 2 years, 3 years, one of our biggest game, a bombshell like this is dropped, which clearly can disrupt the camp. Clearly can disrupt the camp. And before I get into the details, I want you guys to look at the Reggae Boyz camp, all the players in the camp. Look at the time when they released their post on the Instagram post. All of the Reggae Boyz that are in camp right now posting pictures with the Jamaica flag, saying Nation League, or saying something like that. All of those pictures that have been posted after the interview was dropped, like hours after the interview was dropped. And these guys have been in camp from Monday, but all of them decided to post a picture after the interview dropped. That nothing could be in it, but I'm saying you should just read into that what you will, what you want. Anyways, so Leon Bailey, two big demands: booking a flight, room for himself. Those are the two biggest demands that he have in the interview. Those are his two demands. And also his two aims. One is to help Jamaica get to the World Cup. Two is to have a more to change the environment for the next generation. So basically within the organization, within the JFF, change the organization for the next generation. Which is, I believe, are fair statements. All four statements are quite fair. I believe the room for himself thing, it's a team sport. Just imagine if all the players ask for room for themselves. Yeah. Just imagine, basically full of hotel. Basically full of hotel. Anyways, but I understand why you'd want it. I would understand the booking a flight now. That's madness. That's total madness. Now, I don't want to just do a reaction video and do a disservice to the player, not highlighting some of the issues that the player highlighted, but I also want to ensure that I showcase to you guys the player's intent also. So you're going to see the good, the bad, and the indifference. So before I get to that, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here. And me know if you're Foxy, you're going to have a lot of people coming out. You're going to have persons who are on Leon Bailey's side. You're going to have persons who are on the JFF side. You're going to have persons who are on the Jamaica side. Me personally, I put the Jamaica team above anybody. And let me tell you, this could be just a personal opinion solely because of my background. So I was in the military, and it's a service, especially to one's country. I do that with pride. I do it with pride. Anyone in the army know me that I love the army. And I work with pride. And I take pride. And I've been in many situations where it's life and death matter. And I have to apply myself. If no found nobody training in this situation, that training is for dog. Soldier training is for dog. It's horrible. I still put myself through it, and I still come and serve my country. Jamaican people deal with me like dogs sometimes. Spitting on my face, all that kind of something there. But I still have a duty to serve my country. Now, let's get into the meat of the matter. So, me just to tell you that my opinion and views may be a trigger, or maybe come off some of those aspects of my background. So my cognitive thoughts. So let's get into the meat of the matter. I personally think that interview started off fairly well. Listen to the interview, discussing the issues and discussing his performance, playing the Premier League, and all these things. So basically, for the first 10 minutes, it was quite good. Then now, he went into the more meaty stuff. First, he's talk about members of the JFF putting in their players to get contract overseas and utilizing the system to benefit themselves. And only links can work out. And me understand that because that has been going on for years. For years that are gone. Now, we can say that maybe now for the senior team, you're not seeing that again for the senior. You're not seeing that again for the senior team. You're not really seeing that again for the senior team and those things. But one aspect is he explained how he reached into the team based off a coach, a friend, and the interviewer, I think what Jeffrey said, but the same system that you are beating now is the one that got you into the national team. So you benefited from it. Yeah, and him said, you know, yeah, that's fine, and that's true. But it just goes to show that that is a system that is in place. So even though he's beating the system, it's the same system that got him where he's at. So get out of the way. Anyways, because it was close to someone the coach staff. JFF not selecting the right players. I think that's a fair statement. I've seen that for myself that one or two players I think who could have made the squad who are better at particular time not selected. So nothing's wrong with that. He's right in that aspect. But sometimes you can also look at the coach's intent, especially Al Grimson right now. What does Al Grimson want? When Tapper Whitmore was in position, what did Tapper Whitmore want? So coach's intent also is a big factor in that. What the coach wants, who the player that the coach wants. Then now, his performance is speaking about his performance on the field, because the player asked him, I say, you not and the interview asked him, you don't normally perform well when you come for that. So what's the situation with that? And he speak about all the contributing factors, about the environment that he's in. You only train 2 times for the before camp. The pitch is so horrible you can't dribble on the pitch. Funny enough, you're not the only player. Leon Bill, you're one of the few players in a team who come through the Jamaican system would know about bad pitches in Jamaica. One of the few. And if you look at the team is 90% European based. So all them coming to play on these pitches, they're facing the same issues that you are. So your performance, I understand that, I say, boy, maybe based on your playing style, that's one of the reasons. But I do think that it will impact all the other players as well. Demara Gray's a dribbler. When he came here, he performed well. I came here and said Alphonso Davis and in our national team, I dribble walk past 4, 5, 6 players. In national stadium, Alphonso Davis. Them man no play on bad pitch at no point in their career. Unless they play international football and then travel, come at Jamaica, countries like these. No, fine. Understand. These things are factor the performance. Let me see. So he also said that since he has been in the national team, a lot of things have been improved. Funny enough, he didn't really expound on that. I would love to see him expound on that. What are some of the things that they have improved on, and how has those improvement helped the team and the players, and also help the general environment? So I would love for him to elaborate. He didn't choose to elaborate on that. So they also talk about the clique, based off the captain's podcast, the thing with the dupe on. I'm not sure. I think a FIFA did it, but the captain were about cliques in the team. Not going to touch on that. I think most of us would already understand what's happening there. He spoke about Al Grimson and him as a person, and he spoke about Al Grimson being around the team. And I think that he also said that Al Grimson still kind of don't really understand how the national team run. Now, this is a major part of it now. Missing curfew. This is actually 20 minutes. This is about 22 minutes in the interview. This is when everything gets meaty. This is when all the details start flowing. All of the issues start coming out. Now, I personally believe that with all of these issues that he's saying, he highlighted so much issues. And when he touched on the curfew part of it, let me just get into it first. That's normal for every player. That's what he said. It's normal for every single player. And the interviewer asked him, was that your first time missing a curfew and also getting a talk to? And he said no. So all of this came up because of the curfew issue. All of this incident came up because of the curfew issue. And at the end of the day, this interview came out because of the suspension. No matter what anyone wants to say. Yes, listen, him couldn't done with the national team from a good while now. And even in this interview could have been done before and after the Reggae Boyz game. This interview could have been done after the Reggae Boyz game. Why did he choose to drop it just before the game, the day before the game? This is to disrupt the camp. This is a deliberate intent to disrupt the camp. And I choose Jamaica first. I choose the national team first over any baller. Because one, everybody in the JFF right now, at some point in time, they're going to deadlift the organization. All the ball in the squad right now, at some point in time, they're going to deadlift the national team. All of who we were support the team, at some point in time, we're going to deadlift it, and the national team continues. The Reggae Boyz team continues for years and years on. They have been in inception for years now, and it will continue the way there. And all of we who here are supporting the team, and all of the players them right now, and all the administration, they're going to left it. We're going to deadlift it at some point in time, and it's going to continue. Here my problem is, I'm saying this to say that none of we no better than, none of we no bigger than, none of we no control over it. We no control over something that is permanent. That's like a tree outside. The Jamaica Football Federation not go nowhere. The administration, the administrators are gonna leave, but the federation not going anywhere. Jamaica won't go in. The island Jamaica not going anywhere. And once the island Jamaica exists, it means that the Jamaica football exists. And it means that the federation will exist. And it means that football will continue to play. So none of we no better or bigger than the national team. None of we. We could make how much reports, how much news or this or that. We're not better, we're not bigger, we're not nothing more than the national team. Nothing more. Now, he also said that he know that he wasn't going to be a part of the next camp from early out. So what the issue then? If you already know he won't be a part of the next camp, why the issue? If you have so much issues with the national team and you say, you know what, you want to fix it, you want to make it better. This could also be addressed after the games that the boys have to play. You don't have to muddy up the water right now when time the guys are trying to focus and I try to work towards something. No, he also said that the day before the announcement of the squad, the coach was on the phone literally begging for him to come back. So, and Al Grimson came out and said, you know what, this was already agreed upon a long time ago. All right, so maybe Al Grimson said, you know what, based off of the injury crisis, let's see if we can get back Liam Bale into the team and probably try to renegotiate something. But guess what? Liam Bale said, no, I'm turning down the national team this time around. I've had enough. Fine. Since all of these things are happening, you have such a bad treatment. Fine, no problem. I have no issue with that. He said that it's not his first time missing curfew. Then no, this is what he did. When the interview asked him about missing curfew, he went and turned and started talking about how much it takes him to come and represent Jamaica. Now, basically, because it takes him all of that, like to come play for Jamaica, not get no pay, all them something, because all them something there, when he come, he's supposed to have the privilege of doing what he wants. So that's basically what he's saying. No? So I'm talking about, they went into missing curfew, and I say, boy, yes, we miss curfew. But you know how much it take for me to come and play for Jamaica team? That's what he said now. You know how much it take for me to come and play for Jamaica team? And at the end of the day, me not get pay. No equipment not there. No jersey, no proper jersey. Me have to grab one shot, all them kind of sitting there. I'm used to a professional lifestyle. So basically, me not get my own room. That's what he's saying, you know. So he moved away from the curfew point of him missing curfew. So he's now taking no level of accountability where that is concerned. He went on to show all of the issues that he's facing rather than addressing the curfew issue. No, he said, I'm not like any normal player. I'm not like any normal player in the squad. So basically, better than everybody else. Fine. Even if you can't say you're humble 5, 6 different times in different contexts. Sometimes when the other stuff them will say, show something different. I'm not like any other normal player in the squad. And he said, boy, not because I'm so humble, I'm made up on the same level. What does that say? Yes, yeah, say humble, but yesterday I said, yeah, people are on the same level. Anyways, he said he feel exposed. Anybody can just come and shove a camera in his face. All right, fine. Let me tell you this, right? At training, when training I go on, you have open media training session. You have one or two persons who do a vlog, maybe walk around and ask the players certain little question, but most of the times they have a JFF engagement to put on JFF page. But how you feel exposed on match day? Because they say on match day people come to see you. Let me tell you how the matches and set up people, right? One, no spectator cannot run onto the field. The only person can stay on the field is media outlets. So when the match done, no interviews can be done on the pitch. None. No interviews can be done in and around the pitch. None. None whatsoever. The only place interview can do is them call it, I think they call it the concourse, that after the game done, people, when they walk out and go back to the T-bus. That's the only time you can interview the players then. So I don't know how the camera reach in your face. And any camera going in your face, I must say photographers who take pictures. And that happens everywhere in the world. Right across the globe that happens. Now, so you feel like, since you say you feel exposed, basically at one point him say, boy, you feel exposed like he needs security. That's what he said. So he need something like what, like Inter Miami do for Messi. We have a man run back a Messi anywhere and go to ensure say Messi protected. So maybe that's what Liam Bailey wanted. So him feel exposed. No, fun fact. And this is actually a slight dig. I'm gonna take a slight dig. Make sure so when you garden party there, or the events where you go, you don't feel exposed. You have somebody behind your back. Because me can tell you, say, you're more likely if something happen to your desk than on the pitch, where people have to take photo of you, probably ask you a question in an interview. You're more likely when you go to them places, somebody didn't like you for a long time, do something them places. As much as how you might think, say, boy, you're bridging this, you're bridging that, I probably the same bridging do it as well. But that's just a slight dig. Anyways, understand, you feel exposed, no problem. But from my perspective as a media outlet who dare the game them, I don't see where or how people else shoot camera in your face. The only people, camera people shooting in your face are taking pictures, and that happens globally. When the Aston Villa's match done, when you walk off a picture, the cameraman, the broadcaster come in the camera right in your face and shoot up in your face, so, and I walk with you. And then now the people, the photographers on the side, them zoom in on you and I take picture of you. So I don't see nothing. Same thing happen with the national setup. Now, anybody come. These are all media personnel with the media gear out there work. Work them at work. Work them at work. And anybody from out the road there or just turn up and just grab and come and say, hey, Bailey. No, none of that. Nobody now run, can jump on you. You never have pitch invaders in Jamaica. You run, can jump on you. You never have that. Anyways, move away from that. So, yeah, because I say no one, but just run up on him, so I can't want to expose. So, this is another big issue I have now. Jamaica can't give him exposure. One, James Rodriguez in the World Cup. How James Rodriguez reach Madrid? A World Cup, make you much players because of World Cup reach at big clubs? Fine. Jamaica can get no exposure. No problem. Man, me can tell this. You're not the biggest star from Jamaica. You're not the biggest star from Jamaica. Bob Marley put Jamaica up on the map. You see him Ball put Jamaica up on the map. Baby Gardner put Jamaica up on the map. Fuller put Jamaica up on the map. Many players before you. The 98 World Cup team put Jamaica up on the map where football is concerned. That consists of Paul, Al, the amount of Bailey. Understand this. One, you're not the biggest superstar from Jamaica. You have to understand that. I know people know you, me agree. But you're not the biggest superstar from Jamaica. You're not. Yes, you are big. Now denounce that. But you're not the biggest superstar from Jamaica. And you put Jamaica up on the map. Jamaica up on the map before anyone, even before who know. Before even getting independence, Jamaica up on the map. Jamaica was the most famous island in the Caribbean. In the much centuries because of pirates. Jamaica big long years now. Jamaica big. Portland, same Portland. Big long Jamaica big long time. Sometimes for the wrong reason. I understand that. But I say go. Anyways, let's get back to the meat of the matter. All right. Where else me reach? Let me see. Mm. So basically, because him say him shine light on Jamaica, that's the reason me go on that. But him shine light on the national team. Me find it funny still, you know. Me find it funny. Yes, it do. Are you shine light on the national team? Cool, fine. But yet still the national team are playing in a stadium and you can't fully stadium. Think about that, Bill. You can't fully stadium. You not give you a performance or much appearance you have. We can't count on. We can't say you're going. Barely give you 10 good performance. We probably put up one and say, you know what, the matcher, you know, say probably the matcher. Now, when it come, then this is where it comes down to the demands them now. When I say, boy, room by himself. If you want that, no problem. I understand that. But imagine if all our players ask for the same demand. Just imagine if all our players ask for the same demand. Every demand you have, just imagine all players asking for the same demand. They probably want they own a security as well. They want to own a person to walk around with them. Just imagine that. Alright, fine, you want a room by yourself. Okay, you're a human being. The party say me exposed to injuries, being on bench due to flight and sent back. I'm going to on bench because they say, boy, flight hours. So even if you go back in club team, you won't be able to play right away. I understand that, and these are valid factors, and I understand that. Me look into that, you know that these are true. These are definitely true. So I would understand that. Within making this decision that you know, say me done with the team though, me not gonna slate that. Him say all this I have my holding it, I keep it for years now, but he just feeling need to talk now because him knows that at this point in time, him can't he not have to deal with it anymore because you know what, me good, me big, you know, me not need to deal with it anymore, me not need to hold it. I mean if you let it go. Fine, no problem. But you could have hold it until after today, you know. Until after match day. You could have hold it just a little bit longer until after match day. You never have to do it on match day. You never had to do it on match day. Boy. Anyways, his aim is to help the team go to World Cup. I agree with me. We would love that. We would really love that because at the end of the day, that is the aim. That is a big aim. Then now to make to sort out, you know, to fix up the organization, call out if you call out, and see if we can have a better organization for going forward. This me agree with this 100%. We all know JFF did them foolishness and whatever. One, let me be fair as well to JFF. They're not the worst at the whole organization to have issues. They're not the worst at all. Even first world countries have issues. Canada not pay them big players in nearly 2 years. The FA almost going to bankruptcy. All that kind of something. Alphonsus Davis after pay players. Enough of them something happen. This is not the first. Lionel Messi after pay players and staff. It happen in a global aspect. So not only Jamaica alone. I mean, understand that it shouldn't happen. 100%. It should happen. And the leaders must take accountability for it. 100%. But we're still not perfect. But we're also not the worst. There's a lot more worse things happening. I understand that you want to see change. Even ask the question about having Craig Butler being a part of it because he must say, yeah. And I go to highlight say both him and Dujan Richards are two reasons to realize say, hey, go and him have the vision, this and that rated. And let me tell you, from what I know, from what I see in a football space, no. Craig Butler do a big statement on his page about this interview. Let me tell you this, yeah. He's not good. He's not good for the national setup. Craig Butler is not good for the national setup. When you can cuss me all on one, he's not good for the national setup. Keep on developing your players at Phoenix and release them in the world, make the world see them. But not for the national. Don't get involved with the national setup. Me done this so. Me not say nothing more upon that. When you can come, when you can beat me and cuss. Even him can come. When you can say me bad man till next year, that not do me nothing. That not put food on the table. That's the only word no found for you to have level reasonability. No found don't have that. And that's the reason I say the one word more about. Bad man. That alone no. Anyways. No, this is my key point now. Can I go close on this? When he was asked about the curfew, he went to highlight all the issues what JFF have, all the things that he has to go through to be with the national team. He highlight all of them something there. And explain, saying, because even though all that happened, he still turn up all of these years. Want to listen to people. Despite all them something they highlighted, he still turn up all these years. And this is the only time that he turned down one. One, because he knew that he was going to be suspended. And this highlights that this interview is about the suspension, and this is not necessarily about the JFF or necessarily about trying to get football fixed. This is about him personally. This is about his feeling. This is about Leon Bailey's feeling. Listen, me not have no affiliation. Me no hold Leon Bailey nothing. Me not big friend from Leon Bailey. Me not big friend from the JFF. Me not big friend from Craig Butler. Me not big friend from none of them. JFF did them foolishness. Fly, you can't have players. You can't have top athletes at travel economy. That don't make sense. And that's 3-4 stuff. Make sense. Foolishness. 100% foolish. 100% foolish. But also, me can't see players I behave like them better on the team and me not say nothing. No, you're mad. You're mad. The slightest dig, slightest opportunity, Craig Butler get to dig at wherever he can, either the coach or JFF or players, him do it. But he not call out when he's doing things wrong. And me can tell her people. Me can tell her. Don't do what me do on podcast on that. Anyway, at the end of the day, people, all three parties, Leon Bailey, JFF, me just leave out of this. The JFF and Leon Bailey, all two parties have them issues, and also of them things where they might try to push. Because at the end of the day, this is about Jamaican football. And it's not about people within the JFF I try to full them pocket or Leon Bailey acting up on his feelings. Because we the people, yeah? No matter one wants in a comment section, we are going to suffer. We are going to sit down when the team are lose. We are going to sit down when things are go bad. We are going to feel it. We are going to feel it. Me not observe JFF of anything when they do. A whole heap of foolishness they do. Whole heap of foolishness. But this specific interview is about Leon Bailey's suspension. And me think many persons are deflect from the interview, the suspension and the curfew breaking part, and the reason why I highlight all those things because he get the suspension. That is the reason why he highlight all them something there. And he might turn around and say, he might do this, he don't need nothing from Jamaica, he might do this for betterment of the future. Why never do this? Why never do this after the game then? Disrupt, you deliberately try to disrupt the camp, Leon Bailey. You try to disrupt the people in camp. And we have a big game, you try to disrupt the camp. And this is about your personal feelings because they get suspended. These are your feelings. And me find out, say, we'll find out most of the supporters them do. They might deflect it from Bailey's suspension and breaking of curfew to the JFF. I mean, listen, JFF, the whole of foolishness. But players must take accountability just like how JFF have to take accountability. The coach make a decision. And because of the decision there, and that caused the uproar what we are saying right now. Anyways, people, we're going to hold for things there. I know some not going to cost me, know some this and that and rate it. Fine, no problem at all. I know nothing to nobody. I'm not rich, I'm not looking for nobody. I'm alright. I'm a God-fearing person. I'm alright in my little corner. Do my thing. But when I see foolishness, I have to call out foolishness. On both sides. On both sides. Doesn't matter who. It could be the JFF. It could be players. Because none of that I told them are better than the football. And they not outlive football. I'm sure of that. Not even me can't outlive football. No matter how I love it. We cannot. And at the end of the day, this is about football. And the biggest issue we have here are timings. There was a right time to do things. All of these issues could have come out. Then could have come out Sunday evening after the game. Then could have come out this tomorrow after the game. But they choose to come out before the game. And as I say, people, look on the page, look on all the ball them page and look when the ball them post them photo, highlighting themselves in a trading, putting up the Jamaica flag. Them did it after the interview. Not everyone. Most of the fans them still not. The Leon Bailey fans them are going to agree to the interview. But more wanted to check the team itself and you will see. If you have a friend in that team, ask a friend in that team. If you have a family in that team, Ask the family night team, and they will tell you what they think about the interview. Big up on yourself, people. Smash like button. Yeah, not least like button. No business. Even if this interview never get this interview never get no views, me no care. So there you go. Big up people to live supporters them. Soon guys again house. Tune in to watch along later. We're out.